Hello everybody, my name is David. This is part 3 of my question and answer video. I'm trying to help people heal from trauma. If you guys could support me, if you think I'm helping you and I could help somebody else, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel and vote, thumbs up or down, comment down below, ask me questions. That's how we heal from trauma, okay? By learning and understanding. I'm going to jump right in. I have lots of questions left. I'm going to try and get done all in this video in 20 minutes. Chris from the United Kingdom. Hello, Chris. May I ask, please, your opinion on loneliness as it seems to affect so many today? Why are people struggling with connecting and finding love? I have to admit it is a personal concern, but is learning to live alone. Thank you. P.S. You're right about the UK police. I know that if a crime happened to me personally, I wouldn't ring the police because it would be pointless. Yeah, sorry for all of you out there, but United Kingdom police, there's like a bunch of wet towels, wet rags. Okay, so I'm sorry you're lonely, Chris. Something that is affecting a lot of people. Socially, internet, we're having less and less human interaction. I know children that don't even know any of their neighbors. I think it's common. Don't even know their neighbor children at all, but they'll have friends in Iceland, Europe, stuff like that they play video games with online. That's their only friends. Horrible, horrible, horrible. As we get older, we have less and less friends. We only care about real friendships. We don't need 20, 40. We need a couple, okay? That happens as we get older. If we're suffering from any kind of emotional problems, emotional neglect, emotional abuse, stuff like this, then we weren't taught how to socialize very well. We might have low self-worth and believe we aren't worthy of friends. We date our own emotional self-worth. Our friends are our own emotional self-worth, okay? That being said, a big time reason people are lonely is because they don't talk. They may have people in their life, but they don't tell them what's going on. They don't tell them their opinion. They don't ask what they want. They don't tell them how they feel. They don't talk about bad experiences like being massively abused and tortured and terrified for years. And they don't even tell their friends. I see it every day. I'll have people come to me and pay me $99 an hour and tell me all the horrible experiences they've just had and they're going through and how bad they feel. It's the worst time in their life. And I'll say, did you tell your best friend? No. Awful, awful. So loneliness, a big part of it is because we keep our feelings and our thoughts all inside here and we're all alone with them. All alone. We need to share. Share. The one thing we all need is we got to have somebody that cares in our life. Somebody we can tell things to. Someone. Okay? That's why. And I'm so sorry, Chris. I'm sorry. Thank you. Next question is from Gypsy. Hello, from northwestern Montana. Hello. Is there a high comorbidity rate between narcissism and the autism spectrum? Most people that I have encountered that are on the autism spectrum have sure acted like it. Thanks bunches for all you do. I'm so glad to be on Wi-Fi again because being on a data diet really sucks. A data diet, I like that. Thank you for asking. I've talked a lot about this, about autism and narcissism, and they're two totally different things. They just can look alike. I know that, and I get that a lot. That's actually common. Yeah, it's a common question, and it's sad. It's sad because they couldn't be more different, right? Here's the biggest difference. Now, they both can have problems reading people's affect, social cues, stuff like this. Narcissism too. Narcissism does. And they could be not having appropriate affect themselves and maybe look like a narcissist or that they don't care. But they're just not aware of how you feel sometimes. It's not empathy. They're not like taking social cues, reading your affect. They may not be very good at that. The major difference between autism and narcissism is that narcissism doesn't care about hurting you, and they hurt you, they exploit you, where an autistic is so deathly afraid of hurting you that they may not even leave the house. They don't want to hurt you, and they're so scared of it because they understand they might, and they're not aware that they're doing it. Awful. Okay, so major difference. Do you see that? Autism is a developmental disorder that happens very, 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 very early during development of a baby. Okay, these are personality. Narcissism is a personality disorder, and personality is not formed until you're an adult. That's why we don't diagnose people with personality disorders until they're at least adolescent. I hope that makes sense. And be careful, because autistic people need people so bad, and they can be so isolated already. Try to understand it. Thank you. Carolina from Poland. Hello. What narcissists think in situation when he discarded me again third time? And I said that this time I am done and I will start date someone who fight for my attention for a long time, but I never gave him chance because of narc. Then I wished good luck and all the best. Very short conversation. So Carolina, you're saying he discarded you again and you said, oh great, I'm dating someone else now. No problem. Thank you. Bye. Just like that. And you went no contact for 2 months. And then he posts a picture with a new girlfriend on Facebook. He never did that before. Even took her to a family dinner to his parents already so fast. Because do you see him making up? Do you see him trying to make up for his own inadequacies? You made him feel, Carolina, that he's inadequate. He already has. Narcissists have major fear of inadequacy. Major. That's something that narcissists share in common. They have major fear of inadequacy. So you made him feel more inadequate. You shamed him. And he only knows who he is by other people telling him. So now he's trying to make good, right? He's trying to be good. Look, people see that I'm happy, I'm happy. People see that I have a girlfriend, then I'm all good. And then he'll really think that he's all good. So he's desperate, total codependent, running around, saying, oh, I got to find a girlfriend, got to be married, got to show my family all faster than I did with her. And I want you to see too. So you get jealous. The narcissist wants everyone envious of them, but they're really envious of other people. I hope that helps. Typically, when you discard a narcissist, they are lost, confused, scared, and they smile. No, everything's great. Yeah, because they literally think who they are is what you think of them. Hope that makes sense. Thank you. Keep asking questions. Kareen, I hope I'm saying that right. It's a pretty name. Vancouver Island. Woo. It's gonna get cold already. After 4 years no contact and NM dying this past March. I think NM is narcissistic mother. Sorry if I'm wrong. After 4 years no contact and maybe narcissistic mother dying this past March, my smell and other senses are becoming stronger. Is it possible that relationships with these disordered people can strip us of our senses? Thank you so much, David. You are very much appreciated. Sure, that's possible. What I think happens, though, is the abuse and trauma makes us more sensitive because we're so much more on alert. CPTSD is your brain's been traumatized, it doesn't trust you anymore, and it thinks everything's bad, and you're just constantly looking for danger. I say it's like the lizard with the tongue sticking out just everywhere. That's all you care about. That's why you wake up every hour wide awake, like, where's the danger? Where's the danger? That's why the best thing you could do is change your entire environment. Go somewhere, move, change everything, paint everything, new clothes, hair. That's what I get my clients to do. And then your brain starts looking for new dangers, forgets about the old. Pretty cool. Extremely common to be hypersensitive in everywhere. Everywhere. We're hypersensitive. We're hypervigilant. We think everywhere is bad. We think everyone's a narcissist. You're going to hurt me, aren't you? I'll break up with you real quick. Get rid of all my friends. Get rid of everybody in my life because you're going to hurt me. Hypervigilant. We're also hypersensitive. Me specifically, I'll tell you, massive loud sounds, and I just couldn't stand music coming from cars. That just, oh my gosh. Oh, people honking their horn. Get startled, scared all the time, easily. A car just starting. Smells, couldn't stand smells. Everything was too strong. Perfume, colognes, bad smells, anything. I smell weed everywhere. In Las Vegas, when weed became legal, oh my God, it was everywhere. And it's not that I hate it. It actually can smell pretty good. But God, just smelling it everywhere just drove me crazy. And the flavored cigars and cigarette smoke, oh God. I mean, just drove me crazy, and I don't have that problem anymore. I still kind of hate loud boom music from people's cars, though. I don't like that. But I'm getting old. Hope that helps. Thank you, Kareen. I hope I'm saying your name right. Please correct me somehow. I don't know how you correct someone by typing it. Thank you. Jinx Fairy. They are starting to attack people who use these channels to heal too. Washington. You're from Washington. Yes, narcissists are in this community and they're acting like victims and they're making videos to help people, but they're really just getting narcissistic supply and manipulating others and attacking people, and it's all for status, for their channel to grow. It's not hard to notice. You guys always go, who is it? Like, who are these people that, how do you know? It's people that talk bad about other people. It's that simple. Thanks for asking. Nick from the United Kingdom. Hello, Nick. And I'm kind of burning through these, aren't I? Can I please ask your opinion on why my borderline male parentified me as a partner? When he was abused as a child by his mother in a sexual capacity, I've spoken to him about this and how he integrated himself in bed at the beginning, love bombing stage. That was to engage in loving sex, choosing more primal, non-face-to-face relations. Although we were together for a year, we are no longer together. But as I'm sure you can imagine, it is a question unanswered in my mind and is somewhat disturbing to compute. Many thanks. First, if you want to learn more about this, Nick, study avoidant behaviors. He doesn't value emotional, or she. I'm sorry. Your name's Nick. I'm guessing it's a she, right? Your partner. Maybe not. Sorry to be presumptuous. Why my borderline male parentified? Okay, so as a guy. So now I forgot what I was saying. Okay. Period. Borderlines parentify. I made a video. You can go look at my playlist of borderlines, and I have a video in there that says borderlines parentify people. It's because they are the child. Okay, they're the child, and what I mean by that is borderline is a personality disorder reaction to trauma, to where it becomes who they are, meaning they never healed. Borderlines have suffered from childhood trauma, and it was bad enough that it completely halted their child development, and they never finished developing into an adult. Period. Okay? They cannot take care of themselves. They're totally dependent on people. They're the biggest codependent ever. They need everyone they can get. Okay? They can't regulate their emotions. They can't meet their needs. They can't be there for anybody. Okay? So, they parentify everybody. Period. And they're just completely irresponsible. They're completely unaccountable. The best description I have is take a 8-year-old boy and put a suit on him, put a briefcase in his hand, tell him what his career is, give him a house, give him a car, say, here's your wife and here's your children. Go. That's your borderline. Fall flat on your face. Boom. Okay? So they can't do it on their own. And everyone is the parent. Everyone's mom and dad, and mom and dad are always, responsible for me. So any problem I have, it's your fault, and it's your time to fix it, and I don't have to do anything for myself because they can't. They can't, and I'm not trying to give them a ticket out of being responsible. They need to start learning how to be responsible and accountable. But I'll tell you this: anyone in a borderline's life, period, anybody that's in a borderline's interpersonal life is simply an enabler. That's it. They can't have you in their life unless you're enabling them, unless they're exploiting you somehow, kind of like a sociopath. They just can't. They can't get past like physical needs and stuff. Really, a lot. They can't get past this thing to relax and start enjoying someone's company and relationships grow and stuff. They can't. Too traumatized. It becomes their identity, who they are. I hope that helps. Keep asking me if it doesn't. Thank you. LG, located in the United States. Hello. I'm 3 years out and divorced from the narc. We are in very low contact. We have a special needs son. Sad. Some contact is inevitable. He blocks me every single time I don't comply with his demands. I'm very professional in my responses to him and keep it at a minimum. Why he constant blocking? One day he told me he was putting me on a 3-day phone probation until I can stop being a bitch. He actually texted me 3 days later to ask me if I'm still a bitch. It's so bizarre. Any insight would be helpful. It's control. He's trying to control you, okay? He can't control you any longer, so he's trying to control you in different ways. Usually that's by people around you. So maybe your family, your children, your child, okay? Awfully sorry. I can't imagine being a parent is hard enough, then a parent of a special needs child, and then you can't get any help, and not even getting help, he makes it harder. Just awful, awful. Talk to your lawyer, okay? If your lawyer can't help you, find another one, all right? Get a second, third opinion. Document everything. Only talk about the child, that's it, only via email. And when he wants to play games, fine, you don't get to see the child. Fight for sole custody. He doesn't need, your child doesn't need that father. Okay? I always say that no, I'm not going to say that actually. I need to say that right here, but yeah. I'm really awfully sorry. I can't imagine how difficult it must be for you. I'm really sorry. Get help, professional help, okay? You need counseling, therapy, talk about this. The more you heal from that relationship, the less it'll stress you out. And the more you'll understand and the more you'll know how to handle him, okay? Thank you. That just sounds very difficult. Christine. I can't remember where you're from, and I should know by now. I'm sorry. Hello, David. Can you say something about schizoid personality disorder and how it is to be in a relationship with one? Is it healthy? No. It's not healthy to have relationships with people that have personality disorders. I'm not trying to hate on them. I'm not trying to exclude on them. I'm answering your question. Okay, schizoid personality disorder. It's amazing that you're in a relationship with one in the first place. If you are in a relationship with someone who has schizoid personality disorder, and you have been for a while, and this person's been in other relationships, they may not have schizoid personality disorder, because people with schizoid personality disorder, their whole disorder is they don't want relationships with people. They don't want them. Every human being in the world pretty much seeks some kind of attachment with people, okay? Except schizoid. That's it. They typically just don't want relationships with people. I've even heard someone say that the Joker on Batman's schizoid. He's got to be like more psychopath, but sociopath. But schizoid. There's 10 personality disorders, and they group them in 3 different clusters, A, B, and C. Your narcissist and borderline, sociopath, psychopath, and histrionic is in cluster B. Okay, and schizoid is in cluster A. They give them titles. They give them a word, adjectives. So the cluster B, narcissist, borderline, sociopath, is wild. Cluster A is weird. So schizoid, schizotypal, and paranoid personality disorders is in cluster A, and they are considered weird. Schizoid people are weird. They might dress weird, look weird, act weird, smell weird, live weird. And they just throw people away from them. They turn people off, and they don't care. Now, schizotypal, if your mate does want relationships with you, had other relationships with you, but is weird and says weird things, and people get turned off by them, and they offend people, maybe get in fights, stuff like this, that might be schizotypal. Schizotypal seeks attachment, but gets rid of people and can't figure out why, and it really bothers them. They aren't aware, personality disorder, not aware that they're doing it, and they'll say some weird ass stuff. Majority of homeless people that aren't psychotic, they have a personality disorder. That's the one, schizotypal. So schizoid is they don't want anything to do with you typically. They just don't want relationships. So it's interesting if you are in one, with one. It would be extremely toxic, and you'll never get anything you need out of that relationship. And I did it. I got it done in part 3. Yay. Sweet. Thank you, all of you. Please keep asking me questions. That's how we heal. That's how we learn. Share your stories. You guys have told me amazing stories that you're sharing. It's helping others. You guys have been very, very nice and supportive to me too. Thank you. Let me know if you want me to make a video about my story. about my life a little bit, talk about stuff. Feel free to ask questions. If you want me to talk about my life, go ahead and ask questions that I can address in that video. And love yourself first, always, okay? Love who you are. Find out who that person is and love them every day. Thank you. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. DavidDemars.com. Forgot. You want coaching? Go to DavidDemars.com. Thank you. Bye.